Hey, what's up YouTube? We are live back here in the Dragon's Breath Studios. We're actually back in business a lot faster than I expected to. I didn't expect to be back creating videos until possibly next weekend. But, you know, I had a little time. I got cleaned up from Hurricane Irma. And I said, you know what? It's time to do a little bit of artwork. So, got my wine sitting here. We've got gonna get some music going. We're just kind of gonna let people start coming in and see what we're gonna do. So let's fire up the music. And today we're gonna be listening to a little bit of Black Mill, the Miracle album. So. Anyway, what you can see before us, we've got a couple of burned pieces that kind of look like trees. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a matched set out of these guys, and so basically be sold as a set. So anyway, let me turn that music down just a little bit. Still letting some people file in. Welcome. I'm glad you're joining us. So, you know, as people file in, we're just gonna take it nice and slow here. Today's wine it's called Scarlet Path. This is a Lodi Zinfandel from California. Nice wine. Grab yourself some wine, chill out with us, and just enjoy. That's what this is. You know, wine and some art. So we're gonna get kicked off here in just a moment. Oh, it's a nice bodied wine. Alright. As you can probably see, I've got I got a full spectrum of colors here, and basically what I'm going to do is somewhat create almost maybe a rainbow effect, just blending a bunch of these colors in across the spectrum from one side to the other. So, if you got any questions while the painting's going on and while we're doing the adding the color, just feel free to ask and type them in, and I'll do my best to answer them as quickly as I can and as accurately as I can. If you'd like to let us know where you're from, please let us know where you're from. It always excites me to see people tuning in from basically all over the world. I'm going to start off in the middle so I can kind of keep my colors symmetrical. Right up the middle, I know that I'm going to be doing some yellow. Since yellow is the lightest color, the other colors will go right over it. So I'm going to make this path of yellow pretty wide, actually. Oh, I hear my kitty. Yeah, so I'm going to kind of go pretty wide with this. And if you remember the last time we live streamed, I talked about how these colors look a lot darker. It's just like adding water to wood. It's going to look dark at the beginning, but as it dries, it'll lighten up. I've actually got a heat gun here. If it's not drying fast enough, I'm just going to throw a little heat on it. Help evaporate some of that moisture real quick. There's a nice wide path of yellow. So yeah, like I say, the other colors are going to overpower that yellow, and I want them to blend nicely. I don't like to see lines between the blend and the color. I did the burns on these, let's see, 2 weekends ago, actually. And that's the last time I did some live streaming. And that's about the time that I found out that Hurricane Irma might be a concern for us, and which it was. So I started doing some prepping and getting my studio and the home all taken care of. So I haven't been at it. This is the first thing I've really done since then. So welcome back. Alright, as I said, I've got a heat gun here. I'm just going to put a little heat on this just to get some of that yellow to dry up. You can see how it's turning lighter already. Alright, now we're just going to start broadening the spectrum. Throw in a little orange out here. Got some pretty poor lighting today. Want these colors to blend. I don't like to see color lines and where the yellow starts or stops and the orange starts, so let's let it blend. Hit that with the heat gun as well. And just keep working our way down the spectrum. Now we're going to hit into some red. All right, now we're starting to see a nice fading, a nice blend, transitioning from the yellow to the orange to the red, and then we're going to get into an ultraviolet here in a moment. Let's see about that ultraviolet. May not go quite as dark as I want, so I might have to add a little bit of brown on the end, give it some antiquing, give it some depth. I see people watching, but everybody's quiet. Feeling mighty alone here. Alright, a little more heat gun. Once the wood saturates, it just won't take any more color. So all I'm doing is getting it more and more wet. So keep that moisture out of it, so the color will take to the fibers of the wood. There we go. Yeah, when I'm not live streaming, I got a lot more time to play with, and so therefore I can let it just dry in the sun for a little bit. So, but you guys don't need to sit here and wait for something to dry in the sun. So, add a little more red in there. Now remember, colors work with each other. You know, red is going to turn orange more orange. You know, and you mix yellow and green, and you're gonna get a blue. So you got to be aware of what colors you're applying and how you're applying them. Or I do. Soak in pretty good, and I'm going to actually start on the other side of the spectrum as I get it blended. Keep going with that orange. Careful, I'm gonna wipe out all my yellow here. Because once it's gone, it's gone. Thank you for the like, whoever just liked the video, I appreciate it. Without you guys, man, it's, you know, we're just all by ourselves here. So I appreciate you liking and subscribing. All right, I'm going to jump to the other side of the spectrum after a sip of that delicious wine. So I'm going to add some darker color out here, but right now the wood's really saturated, and I want to get moving on to the other side of the spectrum. So we're going to get a little green going in here. Actually, I'm going to dry some of this up. So I gotta say, while we're sitting here together, since we did evacuate for Hurricane Irma, had to get out of here and stuff, we ended up in a very small town in Alabama named Camden. And I gotta tell you what, that's what Southern hospitality is all about. Those were some of the nicest people I think I've ever met, who just would go bent over backwards for us. We evacuated here in our RV and just went up to Alabama. And one night, the town of Alabama actually showed up and put on an Alabama-style barbecue for us, and just, it was just absolutely awesome. And they would give you the shirt off their back to get you anything that you needed while we were evacuated. So, huge shout out to Camden, Alabama, 1900 population-ish, and just, what absolute Southern hospitality is all about. So it was kind of good to take a very difficult situation such as evacuating and have such nice people to be able to support us, and just really took care of us, got us whatever we needed. Alright, there we go. Alright, we're going to kick it out to some blue. It's nice and blended together. Get rid of that line there. I'm going to throw a little heat gun on there so I can stay aware of what colors I'm dealing with. Wow, Puerto Rico, yeah, man, I feel for you guys down in Puerto Rico. That was awful. I mean, we're thankful, we're blessed, that we came out so well from the hurricane. I know that there were plenty of other people that did not, and my heart goes out to them. We actually went up to my local Home Depot, and there's still people camping out in campers at my local Home Depot today. The generator's running. So obviously they don't have a home to go home to. There we go. That's kind of the effect I was going for. Not far off of it. So as you see, obviously I don't use any special brush strokes or anything like that, so no right or wrong reason for what we're doing here. I'm just blending my color, using nothing but an old chip brush from Home Depot, and I just go with what I feel at the moment and at the time, so it's kind of just feeling. Let's just go with the color spectrum, or rainbow, whatever you want to call it. But bleed some color across the spectrum. What are you doing? Get off there. Just adding nothing but plain old water right now, and that just gives it a very light blend into the adjacent color. Yeah, it's getting pretty saturated again. So for those of you who haven't heard, I did a release earlier today. One of my pieces was actually selected as a finalist to be, and will be hung in the Emily Arena here in the Tampa Bay area for the 2017-2018 hockey season for the Tampa Bay Lightning. So it's awesome. We're super excited about that. That's just that's a big step for us, you know, just to kind of get our art out there and get it to be seen. So we're pretty excited about that. So they're actually having an unveiling of all the art pieces. There were over 500 submissions, and 40 made it in as a finalist, and they'll be doing first, second, third prizes. And so yeah, we're pretty excited about that. That's a huge step for us. Alright, so I pretty well got my color across the spectrum. Now it's just a matter of fine-tuning what I feel in me, because again, art is what we feel inside. And that's kind of what I'm feeling. Maybe this is the rainbow after the big storm, I don't know. Kind of Noah's Ark-ish. No more storms. Maybe that's why I'm feeling this way. I don't know. It is what it is. Alright. Now, I'm going to dry some of this up again because I want to add a nice ultraviolet here in this corner. See if I can get it as dark as I want it. Good time for a sip of wine. heat gun actually works really nice. Yeah, a lot easier than putting it in the sun. So I don't get it, too hot. That would be good. Although I could probably add some nice shading effects. Now the burn process on these two pieces was done with the 8K transformer, 8 kV transformer. So I typically I use the 2 kV transformer a lot. It's much more dangerous, but I'm a little, I don't know, I'm more comfortable with it. I like it, but this 8 kV burn came out pretty nice. I'm pretty satisfied with it. Yeah, I saw the storms coming. Hey, whatever. What am I gonna do? I'm well practiced now on dodging storms. I don't like how that's coming out. I don't like that at all. Yeah, we'll have to see what those storms do. If I gotta bail again, I gotta bail. The wine is not Italian. It's a California wine. It is a Lodi Zinfandel. It's a Scarlet Path from Northern California. Not an Italian wine. I like Italian wines. Ultraviolet I added on there, it did not want to do too well. What I wanted to do was suck my blue out, so we're not going to go with that one. But I do like when this blue, I've used it in other pieces. It's actually in the piece that I've submitted for the Emily Arena. It really pulls the grain out up in here of the wood, and when you get some interesting grain features going on, it has a really nice effect. All right, I am actually going to shift to a brown. Pull this corner out a little bit. It's just not quite as dark as I like. I like to see a nice transition. There we go. In there. Oh, no problem on the wine. That's it. We're just kind of hanging out here. If you got questions, no matter what it is, I won't say no matter what. You never know who's watching. But yeah, if you got questions, ask. I'll do my best to answer them. We're just friends hanging out. You can basically see the spectrum that I was going for. Now it's just a matter of adding color a little bit more here and there, just so I get the feel that I'm looking for. That's all. I'm just going for what I'm going off of my feelings. That's it. And once this piece is done and dried, it will be sealed with a full gloss polyurethane. Or I'm actually considering doing an epoxy, a clear epoxy coating to it with a super high hard shell on it. some of this excess moisture up. Get that spectrum worked just the way I like it, just the shading and the blending. We'll get it though. No worries. And it'll look different once it's dry. Which I'm going to add the heat gun here in just a moment. Dry up that corner. So the medium I'm using here is, these are water-based dyes. I custom mix them, I blend and with other colors and stuff, so I can't say, yeah, this is this number of green, this number of blue, from a store-bought type dye. So these are all custom mixed. Getting close. I'm beginning to see what I think I want to see. And what I was going for. So what do you guys think? Any more color in a different area? I'd like to see a little more ultraviolet up in this corner. I don't know if I can achieve that or not. Make sure it's really dry, and I'm going to give it a shot. I think that is about what I'm looking for. I may add a little bit more after color after it fully dries, but that is basically it for now. Yeah, until what I'm going to do is I'll seal it tomorrow after this is fully dried and everything. May work on a couple more pieces tonight. I've got an idea for one of the pieces that I want to do. So because I started making these pieces, I burned them right before Hurricane Irma. And I actually evacuated with them. I took them with me when we evacuated, because I was hoping that maybe I would find some time to actually, relax, get my mind off the storm, and add some color to them. But I didn't, so I'm adding color to them now. But I was kind of thinking about doing one that's kind of got a Hurricane Irma feel to it, because it was, yeah, right in the middle of that hurricane that I had to do all this stuff. So anyway. That's it for now. I'm going to say this is good for now as far as the live stream goes. I might add just a little bit more color, like I said, after it fully dries. But I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm probably going to come back a little bit later. Feel free to tune in, if you feel like it. I'm going to have another glass of wine. Actually, I still got to finish this one. But tune back in, and we'll see about doing another piece. But thank you guys for joining us. Subscribe, like, everybody, tell your friends, share, all that kind of stuff, because this is really good stuff. I enjoy doing this, and I enjoy you guys being a part of it. So thank you guys. We'll talk to you soon.